So how do I train my staff at my restaurant, Para Covent Garden? So at Para Covent Garden, I'm very fortunate in the fact that I have low staff turnover. I like to think that's because we do things like the team wellbeing activities and I just genuinely care for my boys. But the thing is this, how do I actually train them? So when they come in, the very first thing they do is they'll wear a white shirt and an apron, as you can see there, as opposed to the green shirts behind there. Now there's two things about that. Number one, the first thing he'll do is he'll be in the chutney bar because he'll learn about the chutneys and more importantly, he'll get a feel for the environment without actually being in the environment. If you imagine it's a Friday evening or a Saturday evening or even a Wednesday evening, it's a pretty intimidating place to be as a new startup because it's just so busy. Once he gets comfortable and once he's ready, he'll come out on the floor as a commie and that's where he earns his green shirt. But basically earning your green shirt is a big thing for me at my restaurant and it's sort of like a visual behavioural thing that I do. And the commie job is simple. They'll clear tables, get up to the speed and finally be in the actual environment themselves. Once they're trained fully as a commie, they then become a head waiter like Murad over there. So what he'll be doing is he'll be taking orders, looking after customers, earning tips himself and also just looking after service and doing everything that we're known for at Para. The thing about my restaurant is as I use the uniform to distinct whose role is what. So for example, by having a white shirt, if he goes near a customer, all the boys basically become aware that he might need help because he's new. Whereas if it's a green shirt, you know that he can be kept comfortable with the waiter. No one has to go in and interfere because customers never like it when there's two people crowding up on a table. And that happens in a lot of restaurants. And the last thing is this, is when you hire them, you either give them a route, either if they want to go into head waiter or a bar. Either of them have their own advantages. So what will happen is if they have a bar, again, it's color coded. So you see they'll wear black sweatshirts. What that essentially means is when they're on the floor, no other head waiter, no other commie can disturb them because their job is simply looking after the bar and then running the drinks down. All of this is systemized and more importantly, it just means when you're training, you have one route to go into and everything is simple. The only exception is Mumtaz. He wears a white shirt because he's a general manager.